Hello and welcome to Leadership and Neurodiversity. This is the April 2nd, 2024 edition, which means it's Autism Awareness, Acceptance, or Appreciation Month, day or month. Take your pick of a combination. I don't mind. I'm comfortable with Autism Acceptance or Appreciation Day. I feel the corporate world is not ready to give us a month, so let's go from there. So here's the standard introduction. Leadership and Neurodiversity is a project created by me, William Hughes, which will culminate in my dissertation defense at the Indiana Institute of Technology in what is expected to be late 2026, early 2027. The opinions in these videos are my own and open to debate. There will be no attempts at monetization or SEO as I create these videos solely to improve my presentation skills. Any attempt to contact me regarding monetization, SEO, marketing, or any attempt to sell a product or service will be blocked and deleted without response or consideration. This especially holds true for those alleged YouTube experts who have tried to contact me. You're not an expert. You're a scam artist. Don't try me. So here's the agenda. We're going to talk about what April 2nd is and Autism Awareness Acceptance Appreciation Day or Month. Many people are now saying April is Autism Acceptance Month. I can accept it, but I'll go with Acceptance Day or Appreciation Day, but I'll explain why later. Why April will be a crucial month for this project. Number three, why the article that's going to be on the Leadership and Neurodiversity.com site will not be discussed here. I'll explain that. I'll explain a little bit about the video presentation on April 19th, my summer classes and upcoming videos. There's a bit of a change in the schedule. I want to explain it. And then my thank you. So for many, this is April 2nd is Autism Awareness Day. However, others have changed Autism Acceptance or Appreciation Day. April has also been changed Autism Acceptance Month. So if you want to observe the day of the month, please do. And the best way to do that, to understand us, is to get to know us, learn about our interests, hopes, and needs for success. We don't bite, nor are we contagious. And as proof, my wife and I have lived together for more than 17 years, and she hasn't become autistic yet. And you'll probably find we have a lot more in common than you think. So one thing I won't do is wear the blue puzzle piece, as it was co-opted by an organization that claims to represent the autistic community. However, it does not speak for me. I'm more than capable of speaking for myself and prefer to be part of organizations that are run by people like me rather than those who think they can cure autism. And the only cure for autism is acceptance of who we are. Now, I want you to understand that. If you think you can cure autism, wrong. Don't waste your time contacting me. If you're following me and you think that, unfollow me. I'm not playing around with that. And please allow us to be who we are without fear of retribution. So why am I not discussing the article that's going to be on leadershipandneurodiversity.com site? I'm trying a different approach to this video, which would usually be a discussion of the article on the site. I've decided what I'm going to try to do is separate the two and maybe, it'll bring people to both. I'll see what happens. And there's some developments with this project I want to look at here instead. And I'm going to go off script for that because something did happen a few hours before the recording of this video, where I was talking to my executive coach, and it's been a little frustrating for me lately. I have this colleague in my firm who was hired later than I was, and she got named to a leadership role in an employee resource group for Jewish employees. She happens to be Jewish. She's Orthodox. I respect it. That's cool. Meanwhile, somebody like me can't get a break with the firm. I was supposed to speak in front of the firm at a diversity committee meeting last May. That didn't take place because the person who runs the committee messed up considerably. Never got back to me. He promised me, he never got back to me, and I do not work with him under any circumstances as a result. Anyway, I was talking to my executive coach today, and I suggested that I don't think I can get a leadership role in the corporate world, and she nodded her head. And she said, maybe not this month, but next month we can start talking about a service or a product that you can sell that might generate the income that you're generating now at your job. And it's funny because I thought about somebody that I worked with at WTW who became the New York marketing manager, is in a different role now, and she is a blogger that's had a lot of connections with the New York Mets, and she actually makes more money doing that than she did at the role as the marketing manager anyway. I'd imagine she makes more money now, but I'm thinking something like that, or even if I get lucky, if I can find something, I can get maybe start working for myself and maybe be my own boss. I know it's a common thing in the autistic community because we have issues with getting employment. We have issues with sometimes with regulating ourselves. It's a good way to we can set our own hours and regulate ourselves and do what we have to do. And um, perhaps it's time for me to consider that option. I don't know yet. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to explore that further in May, and I'll discuss that further when we get to that point. And finally, I'm going to let the article speak for itself. It's a good article. It's a little bit briefer than usual, but I kind of like it. I really do like it. It's a really smart way of doing things. And it's called "If You Only See Me as an Autistic Person, You're Using the Wrong Lens." Now, I was thinking of a colleague of mine, another colleague of mine at the firm who's in my department. He's the videographer. He uses different lenses, different lighting, and I thought, and when I was thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I mean, if you're only seeing me as an autistic person, you need to change the lens you're using. It's like that's perfect metaphor. So I ran with it. It's a good article. Go to the website. It's going to be there by the time this is released. And this is going to be a crucial month. So the article is up by the time you see this. It'll be up on leadership and neurodiversity.com website. Immersion weekend at Indiana Tech is 18th through 20th, and I plan on arriving a day early so I can relax the night before. I'm going to meet up with a colleague of mine. Going to play some pinball. Hey, going to share an interest. He's a good guy. I really like him a lot. He seems really interested in what I'm doing, which is it, and I'm interested in what he's doing. So we're going to meet up. I'm hopefully going to connect with some professors and prepare for the qualifying paper and dissertation process beginning next summer. And then the 19th will be the next presentation in the Leadership and Neurodiversity series, and it's going to be a variant of the article geared towards the neurodiversity community and it's going to discuss my research because this is a community that is neurodivergent, but may not it's not as aware yet of what I'm trying to do, and I think it's going to be a good presentation. 7 o'clock Eastern. Check out upnotch.com. That's where the link is now. That's where the link's going to be. I haven't decided if I'm going to make it a public presentation. I might. If there's interest, that's great. Let's do it. So let's talk about summer classes. So I found out the summer schedule, but I'm going to say it's tentative because look what happened to me this term. So first off is a class on global leadership development, which I think is going to be useful as I set up my research, as it focuses on cultural awareness and how development is addressed in different parts of the world. Now, the professor is probably the most popular one in the program, and she seems to be on everyone's dissertation committee, so she would be a candidate for mine, honestly, but think she's going to be falling by the wayside. I'd rather work with people who haven't been selected and people who have different interests. We'll see. I mean, she may be interested enough to join my committee, whatever. I'm happy to have her if she wants to join. There are some others that I'm very interested in meeting with, including my current professor, who's really interested in what I'm doing, and I'm really impressed by her. She's a really good professor. Her name is Dr. Brenda Williams. I think she's really good. And the second class is the one on ethics, responsibility, and social governance I was supposed to have this term. So it's tentative, so I don't know if the professor is going to be around to do it. Let's see. If it happens, great. I'm looking forward to it. He's the most esteemed professor in the program, most respected person in the program, and the building where the department is located is named after him and his wife. He was former president of the university. He's a big shot in Fort Wayne, very highly respected. Okay, so let's talk about the upcoming videos. And I've changed the situation. I'm only doing one video in May and one in June. It gets very warm in this room where I record. It gets about 20 degrees warmer than it is outside. And that's even with air conditioning on. It becomes a bad situation. My wife works in here during the summer, and I can assure you she struggles a bit at times. It's like you have to work late in the evening to even get a shot at anything. So what I'm going to do is one video in May, one in June, and the one on the 19th will be in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So that'll make things a little bit easier on me. I may do another one between the two videos if the situation develops. I'm more than happy to consider that. So the main video is scheduled for the 16th, and it may be the first in a series of book reviews, as I've got more than a dozen books on autism and neurodiversity to read and consider. Neurodiversity hiring initiatives, autism, neurodiversity in general. It's a mixed bag, and they're all good. They're all by very well respected authors, I think. And they all have gotten rave reviews. So it's going to be hard to choose one or two just for that, to be honest. And it's going to look like it's going to be a series of that. And then this June video is scheduled for the 18th, which is Autism Pride Day. And I'm going to talk about what it means for me to be an autistic person. I'm going to talk about, that I don't hide in shame. I'm very proud of what I do, and I'll discuss it from there. I'll take it from there. And it's going to be the last video before the summer hiatus. More than likely, I will be recording that in early June, because by June 18th, it could well be way too hot to work in here. Before 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, and I think that that's going to be tricky. So thank you so much for watching the video, and be sure to check out the other videos on the Leadership and Neurodiversity YouTube channel. I've got a series. I think it's going pretty well. I can be contacted by my LinkedIn profile as it explains there, or at whughes@leadershipandneurodiversity.com. That's my email address for Leadership and Neurodiversity. Please note that I'm only going to respond to legitimate inquiries about this project, which includes potential public speaking and podcast events. Don't waste my time if you're not going to talk to me about something legitimate. But the most important thing is this channel will never seek money, as the message is more important than financial gain. So once again, I thank you. Feel free to check out the channel, check out the website. I'm fine with your support. I appreciate your verbal support. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to leave a like on the video if you want. I'm fine with what I'm doing. I think this is a good project. And again, the message is more important than any financial gain. So I'm not looking for money for this. So thank you once again, and I'll see you next time on April 19th. Hopefully, it'll be on the links on upnotch.com. So take a look at that and join me at 7 o'clock on April 19th. Thank you.